Loomis has always been known for their high-performance, high-end rods, and in particular, they've got a long history of building really great saltwater rods. But one of the difficulties that a lot of companies have is going from a really great, high-performance, high-end rod and turning that into a reasonable combination of price and performance in their mid-priced line. We've seen this time and time again. However, that has generally gotten better over the years. We've seen some really nice mid-priced rods like the Orvis Recon, the Sage Maverick, the Scott Wave. So with that in mind, I was really excited to check out this 9'8" weight. It's designed by the right company and it's priced right as well. So let's dive into some of the features briefly and then talk about how this rod casts.
This video is supported 100% by your purchases at Trident Fly Fishing. So if you're in the market for some new tackle, check us out at tridentflyfishing.com.
Starting from the bottom, you're gonna see a nice dual up-locking reel seat with a fighting butt. Pretty standard for any saltwater rod these days. As you'd expect at this price point, this is sort of a no frills reel seat. But the cork is actually really good. Honestly, if you were to put this side by side with the old NRX that sold for substantially more money, you probably couldn't tell the difference between the two grips. In fact, the cork on this one might even be better. It's got that sort of signature Loomis, slightly narrower bottom end of the wells. This end is a little bit narrower than this end. Presumably there's some sort of casting benefit that Steve Raja figured out over the years. And then we've got a nice blue blank, blue being the color of saltwater rods these days. It's really a pretty handsome rod. And of course, Fuji stripping guides and snake guides going all the way up the blank. And while the build quality on this rod is fantastic, when we got it out and did some test casting, it left me a little bit confused. In 2023, all of the saltwater rods that we've cast have been sort of medium fast. Rods have gone from really, really quick and moved into something that's a little bit more user-friendly, a little bit more fun to cast, and this one was totally different. This new IMX-Pro V2 is a really stout rod. I'm guessing they did this for durability, but overall, you've got a rod that you can only cast a bonefish line right at the tip. If you're making a short wading shot to a bonefish, you're not gonna feel this rod load at all. And frankly, using an SA bonefish line, you couldn't really feel it load even at 60 feet. So then we put on a Grand Slam, and that was a lot better. This rod needs a lot of line weight to make it perform even a little bit. And because of that, I found it to not be very user-friendly. I had to be almost metronomic with my cast to get it to perform at all. The problem is that this butt section is really, really stiff. And combine that with an overall swing weight that's about 94 gram meters squared, which is very heavy by today's standards. You've got a rod that's heavy and tough to really feel, and that just makes it a harder rod to cast. If you're looking for a rod that's gonna load really well with, say, a Titan taper or an outbound short, this rod will do it. I suspect though, if you're looking for lines like that, you're gonna be doing a lot of blind casting and you're probably gonna benefit from a rod that's much lighter. When we started filming this review, I thought we might do a full review of the series. After all, it is something new in a time when not a lot of new, interesting rods have come out. But after playing around with it and casting it, I think this particular rod is going to appeal to a fairly narrow audience. People who are looking for a really durable rod at a very specific price point. And of course, a rod that has that made in the USA quality. I'm not sure how many people there are out there that those are the main criteria for, but I'm sure you're out there and hopefully you're watching this review. On the other hand, if you're looking for a wading bonefish rod or any sort of a lighter line saltwater rod or something that's a little more medium action, I would recommend looking elsewhere. This new IMX-Pro V2 is available for $595 and ships for free from tridentflyfishing.com. Tell us what you think about this rod and any rod in the G Loomis lineup by leaving us a comment in the box below. And don't forget, if you've got questions, we've got answers. Email us 24/7 at support@tridentflyfishing.com or give us a call at 888-413-5211. I'm Ben. Thanks for watching.